Hi, and welcome back to Recover360 Total Shoulder Health. In this video, we're moving on to phase 2 of your recovery, which is weeks 5 to 12 after a total shoulder replacement. This phase is a big step forward. You'll no longer just be healing, but you're beginning to restore movement and strength in your shoulder. So today, we will cover how your pain and range of motion should be improving, progressing to active assisted and active exercises, introducing light resistance to reactivate some muscles, and how to safely start movements above shoulder height. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to expect and how to safely continue progressing towards full function. Let's get started. So what to expect in weeks 5 through 12 of your recovery. In this phase, you'll begin noticing big improvements in your pain, mobility, as well as function. Pain progression, so your pain should be significantly decreasing throughout this phase. You may still feel some discomfort, especially after exercise or prolonged activity. Night pain may still be present, but it should be improving over time. You may start reducing or stopping pain medication and anti-inflammatories following your doctor's guidance, and sling is now discharged. A red flag still, though, during this phase is pain that worsens instead of improves. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. Range of motion progression throughout this phase. So your therapist is going to guide you in moving beyond just passive motions. And now you're going to progress from passive to active assisted and active range of motion, meaning you'll start helping move your own arm over time. You will again begin to actively move your arm by itself, where your muscles initiate movement instead of your opposite arm. So you should expect in this phase again to be able to raise your arm partially on your own by 8 weeks and then fully by 12 weeks. You should be able to reach slightly higher than in phase 1, but still avoid excessive strain on your joint. We can perform daily activities with more independence in this phase, and you'll notice that things really seem to have turned the corner. So how to progress from active assisted to active exercises here. So again, your therapist is going to introduce active assisted exercises first, followed by active exercises. In weeks 5 to 7, we'll focus on active assisted exercise where you're using your non-surgical arm or a stick to help move your surgical arm. Some of the common exercises here are table slides or ball rollouts, using a cloth on a smooth surface to assist forward movement, maybe some wall slides where you use a towel to help slide your arm up a wall for elevation, some stick-assisted flexion or external rotation using a dowel to assist with movement out to the side or overhead. Active exercises are weeks 7 to 12, and now your shoulder muscles will start doing the work. These are going to help restore control and coordination of the arm. Some common exercises here are active shoulder flexion, where you slowly lift your arm on your own away from your body. In this phase, you're going to start doing some scapular stabilization exercise where you're strengthening the muscles around your shoulder blades. So a tip here is that movement should feel controlled and pain-free, and please do not force range of motion or push through pain with those exercises. Weeks 8 through 12, we're going to introduce some light resistance. So once your active motion continues to improve, gentle resistance exercises are going to begin. The goals of resistance training are to improve your muscle endurance and postural control, as well as support your shoulder joint and reduce strain on the healing tissue. It's going to help prevent future injuries as well. Some types of resistance exercise you're going to notice will be isometric shoulder exercise, where you lightly press into a wall without movement, forward or backwards. You might be using some band exercise as well, where you're using a light resistance band and begin gentle strengthening, such as a row. Light dumbbell work may be initiated where you might use 1 to 2 pound weights for basic movements. So what not to do yet? So no heavy weightlifting, no overhead pressing, and no quick or rapid jerky movements. A tip during these is that resistance should be gradual, start light, and only increase as tolerated. So next, progressing to movements above shoulder height. So by weeks 10 to 12, most patients can begin reaching above the shoulder level. Movements you may start practicing are reaching for light objects on a shelf, raising your arm to open a cabinet, and raising your arm overhead with control. You might be doing some gentle overhead towel stretches or wall slides again up a wall with a cloth. What to keep in mind is that you want to move slowly and smoothly, no fast or jerky movements, and use a mirror to ensure proper movement. You want to try not to compensate with your neck or your back muscles. If you're reaching overhead and it causes pain, stop and talk to your therapist about modifying the movement. How about daily activities? What can you or can you not do? So at this stage, you're going to regain more independence. You're going to start doing more things on your own. You can dress and groom more easily. You're going to be able to use both hands for basic tasks. You're going to reach for light objects out in front of you, although gradually. You're going to be able to sleep in more comfortable positions, so out of the recliner and back in bed. So what should you still avoid? Lifting heavy objects. You want to stick to 5 pounds or less for this phase until cleared. We're going to still avoid overhead repetitive movements, and we're not going to overdo reaching. Avoid pushing and pulling heavy objects with force, and no heavy doors or pushing off of armrests. Sleeping on your surgical side, we still want to wait until cleared by your therapist. So during this phase, we're going to continue using ice before or after activities to manage any kind of soreness. So to summarize here, weeks 5 to 12, we're going to focus on reducing pain, increasing motion, and restoring your function. You're going to transition from passive to active assisted and then active exercises. Light resistance will be introduced, but we're going to avoid heavy lifting still. Gradually, we're going to start movements above shoulder height, but be cautious, and daily activities will become easier, but still take your precautions. In our next video, I'm going to walk you through phase 3 expectations, which includes strengthening exercises so you can progress safely and confidently. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out to your care team. Stay patient, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next session.